Well, good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to your favorite television show, Courageous Christmas Characters. And would you believe it? In our Christmas countdown, it is just 5 days until Christmas. Oh my goodness, it is the 20th of December, and we are in part 3 of our 5-part series where we are looking at 5 different characters from the Christmas story. So far, we have been in the book of Luke, and we met up with Elizabeth, where we saw how she displayed such courage to trust God when things do not go so well or they don't turn out how you hope. And then last week, we met up with Mary, and we saw that she displayed incredible courage to do something strange for God. Well, this week we move on to the book of Matthew, where we are going to be meeting up with Joseph. And Bert is on site, and from what I'm hearing, Joseph finds himself in such a sticky situation. So Bert, we cross it live to you.
Welcome everybody back to our Courageous Christmas Characters. And today we've got Joseph here. He's the fiancé, going to be married to Mary, who we chatted to last week. So, Joseph, congratulations! You're going to be a father! Wow!
Why, thank you, Bert. Quite a strange congratulations, if I must be quite honest with you. But albeit, thank you very much.
Well, sounds like you're not so excited. Why are you so excited?
Oh, well, Bert, it's kind of a strange setup, if I'm quite honest. I love Mary, don't get me wrong, and, I've promised to be her husband. It's just a little bit tricky now, that she's pregnant. Kind of like that should happen after the wedding. So, initially I wasn't that excited. You can understand, I'm sure, But as I began to kind of like understand the full picture, I started to get that excitement feeling.
Okay. So, are you still going to get married? Are you going to call the wedding off?
Bert, good question. Initially I that was the first thing that crossed my mind. Just call it off and everyone will be happy with me. I would have done it quietly. I wouldn't have embarrassed Mary too much, But I just felt that would have been the wise thing and respect her. But no. I've decided that's not the right thing. I'm going to stick by Mary and I'm going to support her through the pregnancy, and then, we'll still get married. Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad about that.
No, me too.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
But tell me, what made you decide not to call the wedding off then?
Well, this is the kind of way it gets a bit interesting, because Mary was visited by an angel. You know about that part.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
Angel Gabriel, hey?
Pretty
Wow.
cool. Pretty cool. I like these modern words. And then, I was, just didn't believe it. And but then the next thing, in my dream, the angel visited me too, and actually told me that I was going to help raise God's son, and that was the deal breaker for me, because I realized that Mary could not do this alone, and I realized that, the angel was telling me the same message, and so how could God get it wrong? And so, I believed what Mary had to say and decided that it's kind of better to trust God in this one. What do you think, Bert, eh?
Wow, that takes real courage to just obey God and to go against what your friends and others are saying or even doing.
Oh.
I mean, how can you just be so brave? I'm so impressed. You are so brave. What a great guy.
I appreciate that very much, Bert. It was tough, but it all was about the angel's message, and who can argue with God? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's really tough to go against cultural traditions and things like that, and I'm just so proud of you that you managed to stick it out and make this tough decision. And so, how are you feeling about all this now?
Well, I have to tell you the end part of the message, because this is where it gets pretty cool, eh? The angel told me we were going to be needing to name this baby Jesus, which means Emmanuel and God with us, and this baby was going to be the savior of the world. I mean, wow, it's pretty big, hey? And so deep down inside me, I'm pretty excited because I'm seeing that God has Mary and myself. And I definitely want to get in with God's plan. I mean, I don't want to miss what God's going to do, yeah? And so, yes, I am going against what many of our friends are saying and possibly telling us to do. But I'm going to go with God in this one, and I'm going to trust God, because ultimately, if He said the message twice, I'm pretty sure He's got a plan for us. And I'm so excited to see, like, what is Jesus going to do? You know? He's going to be a world changer, I reckon. What do you think, Bert?
Well, I think you're being a world changer now.
Oh.
Because you've chosen to be courageous and you've chosen to obey God even when all your friends and people around you were saying, don't do it, stop, don't go ahead. You've obeyed God instead. You didn't listen to the people, you listened to God. And you know what? That's a world changer. I think you're really courageous.
Oh, thanks,
You're a
Bert,
brave
man.
guy.
Oh, that does give me a sense of comfort, you know. I'm going to trust God. Thanks, Bert.
Well, that's another courageous character for us today. Thanks, Joseph, for being with us in the studio. And we're going to head back to Shelley in the other studio. Shelley, over to you.
Wow, Joseph, you are one brave and courageous man. Joseph, you chose to obey God. You went against cultural practices. You went against what your friends might have thought of you, all because you chose to honor God. Wow, Joseph, sticking by Mary's side, even though it wasn't going to be easy. And that is such an amazing display of courage. Boys and girls, the lesson we learn from Joseph's story is this. It is so important to obey God, even though it goes against what our friends or our family or even what is popular. It is so important to obey God, and that obedience to God is such a sure sign of courage. And so I want to encourage you to be courageous and obey God, even though it means you might be unpopular, just like Joseph. Well, boys and girls, with 5 days left until Christmas, please join us on Christmas Day when we are going to meet up with our 4th character in our Courageous Christmas Character series. We find the wise men and their plans have got a little bit weird, and we will have Bert on site to see what is potting there. So, do join us on Christmas Day. For now, signing off.